Hey everybody, hope you're doing great. It's Candle Netmaker here today, and I hope that everyone's having a great. What is it today? Friday already? Crazy. This week has flying by really quickly. Just wanted to give you all an update on what's been going on behind the scenes, but also if you have any questions about anything related to branding on this one, well, I'd be happy to answer your questions on that. During the first 2 weeks here of 2021, I've been working with a lot of business owners and helping them to build their brand. I've been working with the cohort with Futurepreneur. We had 20 entrepreneurs across the country, and we're in this cohort. We're on these calls every single week, and we're helping each other to grow our brands together. So that's been a lot of fun doing that with them. So shout out to Futurepreneur Canada for making that possible for a lot of entrepreneurs that are looking for coaching, for mentorship, and whatnot. And we've been working together to make that all happen. Um, Aside from that, I also started my coaching program on the other side for anyone else who's interested. So that one started this past week, and if you're interested in that one, you can go to netmakercoaching.com to apply. And our next call is in 10 days on the 25th of January. And that one's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Saskatchewan time. And once you register there, you'll get a Zoom link, and on that Zoom link, you'll be able to work with us and get some coaching, get some guidance from not just myself but everyone else in the group. So it's been a lot of fun doing that, and that's aside from that, we're also doing a web series for organizations, First Nations communities, nonprofits, corporations, where we're able to do multiple events, one to many of their members, people from their communities and whatnot, all through doing stuff like this. Crazy, right? So um, that's the kind of stuff that we're doing right now, and super excited. Yes, absolutely. Um, so Tara, that one is going to be that's the yes, you missed the first one actually. I know that you're in that program. So you'll get an email here next week, and you'll get the updated for the next date to come here on the 25th. So yeah, I appreciate you being there, Tara. Grand says yes, the virtual program looks like a great pivot. Absolutely, super excited about it. Actually, it's been going really well. So we got less than a dozen people in the program for the mainstream one that we're doing, and I anyone who's interested, come check us out, netmakercoaching.com, and we'd love to have you in there to help you grow your brand, wherever it is that you're trying to grow into, your personal brand, your business brand, organization, and so on, to help it grow. Okay, so appreciate all that. Yes, Tara, that is at 6 p.m. on the 25th. So if you're gonna come check it out, let us know. There'll be a link that'll be sent to you, and we'd love to help you there. So anyone who wants to come in, netmakercoaching.com. I'd be working with you for month to month or for the whole year. It's totally up to you how long you want to be in that program. So I'm your lead coach. I'd be helping you build your brand, showing you the things that we've done with our brands, and hopefully be working with you very soon. So check us out there. If you're new to following me, you can also check me out on Instagram at my handle at candlenetmaker, also on Facebook, on LinkedIn, all the different stuff there. But right now, we're here to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. You just got to comment in the comments on this video. It'll pop up, and I'll be able to see it here and answer any questions that you may have. So um, I guess aside from all that, it's been a really busy start to 2021 doing these things, trying to help individuals, brand owners, but also communities, organizations, and corporations to bring hope, bring inspiration, and bring the things that we've done to help other people to their doors. And so that's what we've been doing this, and you know, doing these live streams. I get a chance to interact with all of you, and I'd be happy to continue that rolling, especially into this year. Ontario just got they're locked down, right? And most of the other provinces aren't there right now. So it's tough for them. We it anytime you get told you can't leave, you can feel claustrophobic. You can feel a sense of uneasiness, especially when you're not too sure what's going to happen after that. So I think all of us can say that in March last year when COVID came, it was very difficult for us. And some of us had a hard time coping with that. I could tell you from my experience, I had a hard time with it. It hit me like boom, like a lot of us. And I didn't know how to pivot after that. So moving into this new year, and from the momentum we built, it was very difficult to find a way to adapt for myself online because I was so used to going to all these different events and whatnot, and trying to find ways to still serve people from in person to online. So that was pretty tough, and finding different ways to do that, it's been a challenge. So um, we got a quick question. Is this a podcast? I guess it's kind of like a podcast. It's like a live stream. Um, yeah. So yes, we got a Facebook comment saying that's awesome. Absolutely. Um, and Tara also said that she got anxiety. Absolutely. I think all of us got some kind of anxiety from being in lockdown, being in quarantine, and some of the people, people that have got the COVID, and they, it's a real thing right now. So hopefully, all of you who are watching this right now, that whatever we share on here, that it's of help. So absolutely. So Tara, can't wait to see you in the program. I'll see you in 10 days on the call with all of us on there. If you missed the call, you can log into the academy and also see the replay. Okay, everything that we do, we record it, we put it in the academy so you can view it, so you can see the exact replay that we did there. Okay. Um, hello, hello. Can I ask what your foundation is? I see your team touches on healing. Help me out. Um, yeah, yeah. So I'm assuming like the foundation you mean there, John, that um, like how I was raised. And so everyone has a foundation, usually your childhood, your the way that you've been raised up to a certain point, that dictates a lot of your adult years of how you operate, your belief system, and so on. So I guess let's touch on that really quickly. My foundation is so I'm Cree. I'm Nahio from Sweetgrass First Nation. That's where I was raised, and I followed that way of living and that way of believing through our ceremonies back home. So that's how I was raised into, and that's how I carry a lot of my beliefs, and how I it's built a foundation to a lot of the different things. All the teachings have helped me. Things like respect, humility, helping other people, trying to use all the values from being a Nahio person, being from the Nahio, like all of our elders and whatnot, what they passed on through ceremony and through being leaders in our communities. So with that, it's allowed me to take all that stuff and create a brand that I feel comfortable sharing with people. So it's really helped, and that all came from the people that raised me, John. My cookum, no longer here, had a big impact in my life growing up. She only spoke Cree, and she would have to translate through my mom to communicate to us her Nusamak, and um, that translated into my mom, who also is a big foundation. I'm thankful she's still in our life, and to this day, I'm just trying to pass that on through my family, my being a dad now, being a husband, and also trying to be a leader to whoever is listening. So that's my foundation, and I hope that answers your question. Okay. Let's see. Um, I have a question with the brand. How can we implement a plan on hitting a bigger target market, like selling outside of just Aboriginal people? That's a good question because I struggled with that too when I got started. I didn't know how to market myself. I didn't how to do things that I can impact a bigger audience. So this is what I would recommend. You can't get away from who you are. If you're Indigenous, if you're First Nation, if you're Métis, if you're Inuit, whatever that might be, that's who you are. In order to get to a bigger market, you have to keep that as part of your foundation. So as I'm growing and as I've gone to learn to adapt and to learn how people talk about business, about leadership, I learned from people who are mostly non-Indigenous about business, about leadership, because um, it's hard finding people in those positions when I was getting started in this stuff. So I had to go and find non-Indigenous people to teach me these things who were already started business, who were already in leadership position, and I got mentorship from a lot of people. I read their books, I took their programs, and I still do that to this day. And I made a decision I was going to investors so I can come back and give it back and help my people in some way as I grow. And I'm still working on that. So stuff like this, being able to come on live with you is me kind of giving back some of that. So um, in order to hit that bigger market, you have to brand yourself to that market. You have to adapt to their languaging patterns. You have to adapt your marketing to what they want, combining with what makes you unique. Okay, so I'm looking at creating another webinar on that. So maybe I'll send that to you, Jules, about in the future if you want to just keep coming on live, and I'll send that the webinar whenever that's ready to kind of explain that more. I'll go more in depth in that webinar. Sound good? All right. Awesome. Right on, John from Little Pine, right neighbors, right beside you, Sweetgrass. Right on, right on. We got a Facebook user. Hey, any suggestions for someone who wants to start a business? I'm having a hard time starting a business plan, if that's relevant to right now. So, anyone starting a business, really quickly, ask yourself, what problem are you solving? Bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. Okay, so that's the key to any business, a successful brand business. It's the ability for you to solve a problem. Okay, ask yourself, what problem am I solving? What are people willing to pay for this product, this service? Once you understand that, then you start developing the need of that product to service that client, to service from a product or service to service that person that's gonna service that person that's going to buy that from you. You are a problem solver. That's what an entrepreneur is. You're solving problems for other people. You're making people's lives easier. Okay, so there's a lot of resources that you can find for business plan writing. There's Futurepreneur, there's Community Futures. In Saskatoon, they have Square One. A lot of free resources you can access to help you with the business plan writing process. If you're someone who already has an idea of what they're doing and they want to write a business plan, check out liveplan.com. That's the online business software that I've used in the past, and it makes your business plan look really good. So liveplan.com, check that out. Hope that helps. Oh, Harlan, how are you doing? How are you doing? Enjoyed listening to your advice when I reached out. The pride I feel right on. Good for you. You know, this guy is going big places. Hey, Harlan, you want to share everyone what your website is and your brand? Might as well, right? Show them everyone what you've been working on. So this guy I think he was featured in CBC, Eagle Feather News, really up and coming entrepreneur out of northern Saskatchewan, doing amazing stuff. And I think he's from I can't remember what community, but he's from the Northern Cree communities, um, doing awesome stuff, selling his brand, building a community around his brand. That's all the stuff that creates a world class brand, is building that community. So super pumped for you, man. I can't wait to see what's next for you. Lots of good stuff, I'm sure, for you that are coming your way. Let's see. Any advice for reaching out? Hold on a sec. We'll come back to that. So that's Harlan's website, smudgetheblades.com. Check it out. Doing awesome stuff. We got on a call here, I think 2 weeks ago, right, Harlan? We got on a call there and we were discussing, where you were looking to take your brand next. So hey, Harlan, if you want to come to the program, we'd love to help you in there. Now or in the future, the offer is open. So that's at netmakercoaching.com. And you can come in for as long as you want, month to month or for the year. It's up to you. Hope to see you there in the future, sir. All right. Any advice reaching out to investors and raising capital? It depends on your brand and what you're trying to reach out for. Sometimes you don't even need to go there. You don't even need to go to investors. Sometimes it depends, right? Warren, what are you looking to grow? I always tell people that if you can do it yourself with what you have, do it yourself with what you have. The minute you start going for investors, you now it's like you unless they're in the business with you, it doesn't make any sense in my opinion. Unless they're actively helping you day by day in that business, yes, have a partner. Yes, have an investor that's willing to split costs with you. But if you have someone that's just kind of giving you cash here and there, unless they're like a Dragon from Dragons Den or a Shark from Shark Tank or someone with like, you know, a multi-million dollar network, if they're not there, that's tough to say yes to because now you're just taking people's money and now you're responsible for their money and paying them back through that investment. So what I would look at, Warren, is look at different ways to get almost like contribution programs. I know at CEF in Saskatchewan, they have the Saskatchewan Indian Equity Foundation. They have the contribution program where you can access a certain percentage can be a grant. So there's a lot of different programs like that you can access. But I would look at the AFIs in Canada and wherever city you're in, look at where you can find the AFI, Aboriginal Financial Institution, and apply through their contribution program. I think everyone who's looking to start a business should do that. So there's AFIs in different cities. All you got to do is find where the nearest one is. If you can't find it, go to NACCA, NACCA.ca or .com, either of those. Hope that helps. All right. Uh, hey, Tina. Hope you're doing great. Tina was actually in my academy many years ago. She started her apparel brand out in the West Coast, doing amazing stuff. Tina, why don't you share us with your brand is and your website? Love to share that here while everyone's on. And again, for anyone who is just turning in live right now, I talked about this program that I started here this year, and so our next call on Zoom, we have this group coaching program is going to be in 10 days. So on the 25th of January, I'd love to see you there. If you're interested, click on netmakercoaching.com. I'd love to see you in that program to help you grow your brand. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all that is new in my world. Lots of that, lots of training. Um, I guess the cool thing, one of the wins that we did was we got to speak for the World Indigenous Forum yesterday, and that was a pretty cool event. That whole event was you register and you get like this little avatar, like you're in a video game, and in that you have to download this software, and then you get to go like you're traveling to a conference. You get to pick your workshops that you go through with this little guy that's walking on the screen. And I thought that was really cool because you can actually, like, if you see someone and their name pops up, you can actually network with them and do a live call with them. It was really cool. I think that's going to be really interesting how that stuff grows for the future of virtual, which we're living in this big virtual age right now. It'll be interesting to see what people do with that. So that was a lot of fun doing that. And again, if you're interested, you can definitely apply to get coaching. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram. And lastly, for anyone who is watching, you want me to be your coach this year, I'm happy to work with you. I guess to sum this all up here, during this time of the rise of this second wave or third wave or whatever wave it's on right now, I was on this webinar this week, and there are some people asking about some tips about what can we do to stay positive. And I was thinking of that, and one of the things that's always helped me was always creating something to look forward to. So what I mean by that is every week you should have something you're looking forward to. Okay, and it could be something as simple as going to a movie on a Friday night. You know, having streaming a movie on Netflix with your family, making popcorn. It could be, I don't know. Um, you and your kids go do something. You know, you guys build something downstairs. Could be something like that, right? Something to look forward to. If you don't have these mini goals for yourself, your family, it's tough to, because once you don't have something to look forward to, what's the opposite? You get in your own head. You start thinking negatively. Um, Depression can sneak in. So find something to look forward to every single week, especially for those of you in Ontario and that are having a hard time, to keep finding ways to move forward. And the more that you can have those things to look forward to every week, it drives you, right? So, you know, one of the things that keeps me looking forward is, in work. I have lots of clients that I'm on calls with. I'm coaching a lot of entrepreneurs. I look forward to helping them. It's a lot of fun. It wakes me up. It gets me energized to see what I can do to help them. So, um, I'm super excited for everything that, everything to come. You know, Tina. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's I'm glad that we've been able to help you, and I hope that your company is doing awesome for yourself and the people that your loved ones and whatnot. So that's awesome. Pumped for you, proud of you. Keep it going. Jules, how can a brand innovate positive impacts on the community with dealing with today's Aboriginal issues? Um, so what you can do is you can create a brand that makes some money and gives back to these organizations, that mentors, creates programs for them. But it's tough to do that if you don't have a revenue stream coming in to fund those kind of things. So I think everyone should try to find a way to do that in their own lives, is to create a revenue stream to do good with. Right? That's what we did. That's what we did with the Indige Fund. I created my own charity because I wanted to help people in my own backyards, or my people from my communities that need it right now. So I solve problems through my business that way, and I think everyone, if you put your thinking hats on, you can do the same thing with what you have. So it takes one person. That's it. You could be yourself right now watching this to do stuff with that. So um, I hope that helps. Again, it's Kendall Netmaker here. I'm answering your questions, and I hope that everyone is doing amazing. Last but not least, to sum this all up, um, this is a year of coaching, helping other people, and to take the takeaway from today is that everyone who's watching, if you're finding yourself struggling through this time, create things to look forward to in your life, because the more that you have to look forward to, the more it's going to keep you focused on that future next step towards getting there. And if you have nothing to look forward to, that's when the negativity can seep into our lives, and we don't want that. And I don't think you want that. I don't like that when it happens to me. So always have something to look forward to in your life. Okay, brainstorm, think, write it down, journal, do stuff to help yourself. Because if we're not working on ourselves, we become limited on where we can go. Everything that we go in the future is a result of the mindset and the building of it, what we put into it, the education, who we learn from, our mentors, our learning from our mistakes. Everything starts to flow into physical form and how our lives dictate for us. So if you want to get better, it starts with the input, what you're learning from every single day, who you're learning from, who you're listening to. Are you listening to positive people, or are you listening to people that gossip every single day and talk about other people? Right? That all affects the person that you are. So in this moment, we're going to close it with that. We're going to say that this is a time to get better, and there's no better time than now. So thank you for tuning in today. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next live stream.